miss out on this relationship with God, guys. I had the best time with him today singing Keith Sweat's song, Nobody. And he was just asking me, he said, Nick, who can love you like me? And I said, God, nobody. He said, Nick, who can treat you like me? Nobody, God, nobody. Who can give you what you need? Nobody, God, only you. I don't want you guys playing around with this relationship with God. There's nobody who can love us better than him, guys. Nobody will treat us better than him. No one will give us what we need like him. Let me tell you how God came to save your girl. And hubby accidentally made a mistake in the process of buying a Tesla for me. Hubby accidentally clicked on his phone and purchased this vehicle for like almost $200,000, guys. The thing has really freaked your girl out, got me running to the tree in the dark, because whatever situation hubby does is me and him together. The two shall become one. So I had to figure out, okay, what do we do? So it was just like intense conversations with God, and God didn't disappoint. So first we asked the seller to say, look, this was just a mistake. Can you please do a goodwill buyback? The seller said, no, it's your car. You bid on it. It's yours. So I said, okay, no problem. So we had to step up to the table. So I needed to arrange a tow truck. So I'm sitting at my desk like, God, this is an expensive vehicle. If anything happens, my hubby's going to have my head. So I thought about it, tried calling different tow trucks. This is in a different state. But God just said I should go with this company, Jason, this person, Jason. So I called Jason up. I said, Jason, your girl is in a mess. Help me. So every day, Jason was promising me he's going to pick up this vehicle. He didn't pick it up, guys. But again, God just said, Nick, stick with Jason. So Jason finally gets the location to pick up the vehicle, guys. Guess what? The vehicle was not there. So how God worked it out is that I called my husband in Nigeria. I said, honey, what do you think we should do? This is the problem. You know, the people that I was thinking was going to help us to pay for the vehicle say, no, they're not going to help us. They were on our own. So again, we had to step up to the plate, you know, because that was an expensive vehicle to take such a risk on. So I call hubby in Nigeria, you know, and I'm thinking that we needed to call a specific person in Orlando. So as I'm talking to hubby to call him to see, like, what are we going to do? He said, call the guy in Orlando. And honestly, I got goosebumps all over, because here I am in the US thinking, call Orlando, the guy in Orlando. My husband said, call Orlando. See how the two spirits shall become one, me and Hubs. So I called Orlando, but anyway, they ended up putting me on with another lady. And long story short, I'm talking to the lady and explaining to her the situation. I said, her name is Sharon. I said, Sharon, do you believe in God? And she said, yes. I said, well, he's going to come through for me with this thing. And so as I'm talking to Sharon, and she's giving me step by step on what to do, I said, Sharon, the thing is, we went to pick up the car, and the car is not there where it's supposed to be. She said, oh, they're supposed to have that car there within 72 hours. They don't have it there within 72 hours. You could arbitrate. You could get out of that deal. So I hung up from Sharon, immediately called the arbitration company at the auction, said, look, we don't want this car anymore. It's a week later, that car's in there. We don't know the problem with the car. We don't want the car. Woke up this morning, go for the run, prayed with honey. Honey, today's the day they're going to remove that vehicle from our account. Run back home from the tree. Vehicle is gone from our account. The buyer withdrew. And it was just God, guys. Because every day Jason promised me that he was going to pick up that car, guys. And every day Jason didn't pick it up. But I stuck with Jason. Loyalty pays, guys. Let me tell you. I said, I'm not going to any other company. Say, Jason, you're the only one I'm going to trust for this. And it's just how God will work things out. And we just have to have these values. I told you the values that I pick up when I go and meet with God. This loyalty. Let me tell you, I tie it around my neck. Yesterday, I was so happy. The Tesla came in, guys, that hubby got for me. And as I'm trying to get inside the Tesla, who calls the phone? My hubby, better than best husband, calls. I said, honey, how do you know this Tesla is here right now? How do you know? Because it was like midnight his time. And he was just calling as I'm about to enter the thing. So I got to enter the car with him on video. All excited. The Tesla is like a brand new Tesla, guys. Oh my, I didn't even know how to open the door. So I'm so excited to be rolling around in my Tesla. And I had to little heart-to-heart with hubby, telling him how much I love him and how much I'm grateful to him for everything that he's done for this family. Again, the appointments with God have taught me that. Okay, guys? And you want to look at the speck and see what's going wrong with people and carry my influencer, my brother now, say, look, you don't look at the speck in people. Nobody's perfect in this life, you know? So you just have to love and accept people for who they are, keep loving them, keep forgiving them, keep being patient, all these values and everything from the Bible, guys. Don't play around with your relationship with God. So everything that God has been teaching me, making me wise, helping me to evolve to be the mature woman that God has called me to be. Okay, guys, no more time for these silly emotions, Let's step up to be these strong, confident in God people, reflecting Him and His values, you know. This hubby who's been taking care of this spoiled wifey the last 22 years, he has earned my respect. And so the Bible verse that I love is like, overwhelm the leaders who work hard for you. Overwhelm them with respect and love and appreciation. And that's my hubby, guy. So the mistake that he made is a mistake that anybody could have made. And I just want you guys to know mistakes are okay. Okay? So God doesn't, just how God came to our rescue, put me in touch with the perfect person. Sharon, thank you, who gave us that advice. Jason, even though he kept disappointing me, it was just like God using that, because if we had gone there the first day and it wasn't there, you know, they would have had a chance to come and bring it. But because we waited a whole week, the time had already expired that they had to deliver this vehicle. So don't play around with this relationship with God, guys. Yes, we're going to have problems, but that's where He gives us the wisdom. Say, Nick, call the person in Orlando. Me and hubby agreed on that. Call this person in Orlando. Me sitting at my desk and he's saying, Nick, only go with Jason, only go with Jason. You know, these values and loyalty and just this closeness to God, guys, you can feel Him. What is He saying to you on a moment by moment basis? That's why I say, don't play around with your relationship with God. Take your prayer time, your alone times with God seriously. So somebody gave me feedback yesterday and she said that maybe doubt, I said doubt means don't from God. She said, maybe it could be the devil too. And it's true. It could be the devil making you doubt. So the thing is, you have to learn God's voice for yourself. Is it the devil speaking to me or is it God speaking to me? So when you see me run into that God tree and sitting down, it's so I'm tapping into God's spirit within me. So I know when He says, Nick, boom. You know, like when my husband said, call the guy in Orlando, I got goosebumps all over me. You understand? So that was God saying, yes. Nick, this is the way. Only for them to put me on for this lady, Sharon, who just advised me how to get out of this situation, guys. So let me tell you, don't play with God. God's people, baby. That yes, we're going to have trouble, but we're going to be resting in the shadow of the Almighty, baby. He's going to be giving us the solution, the guidance, the wisdom to handle whatever problem that comes up. Okay, He commands us, guys, to be strong and courageous. So He commands us to be strong, but He also commands us to be soft. So I got to tell hubby yesterday, I said, look, I appreciate you. I'm your ride or die wife. Whatever it is we got to go through, we're going to go through it together. Okay, guys, so don't miss out on these values and these principles from God and this closeness to Him where He sings to me. Say, Nick, nobody's going to love you better than me. Nobody's going to treat you better than me. No one's going to give you everything you need better than me. Like that Jason, he just cold called me one day. I needed a transportation for a car to go to another state. And out of the blue, Jason just called me. I said, Jason, how are you calling me? How did you know I have a vehicle? So God is at work in the spiritual realm on our behalf. The people that we need in our lives. Look how they put me in touch with this Sharon, the perfect lady to advise me through this little difficulty. So don't play around, okay? The love, the sweetness, the coolness, everything, to the peace that you cannot buy, guys, knowing that God Himself stands with you and walks with you, okay? So don't miss out. Take your appointments with God seriously. There's nobody we need more than our Papa God. Peace.